In our busy notification-filled lives with packed schedules, there's an old powerful way of thinking that says true strength isn't about managing the world, but managing how you respond to it. This idea is called Stoicism. It teaches that toughness, joy, and real peace come from inside us, not from awards or money. We'll look at how Stoicism isn't just about surviving hard times, but getting stronger because of them. If you're stressed, stuck, or just want a more meaningful and peaceful life, keep watching. We'll explore Stoic ideas that can change how you think and live. If you like this, please subscribe and watch the whole video. Stoicism believes self-awareness is key. It's not just about thinking about yourself. It's about really looking at your own judgments and reactions. Stoics say that by understanding how we see things, we can control our reactions, feel less pain, and be happier. This is like emotional intelligence, where knowing yourself helps you understand your feelings and how they affect others. Mindfulness is important for Stoics. Focusing on the now without getting emotional helps us understand ourselves better. This focus isn't about zoning out. It's about actively checking our thoughts. We need to keep asking if our views match what's real and if they help us live a good life. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about watching his own feelings and fixing them to be better. This self-reflection helps us handle tough situations and our feelings better, which is a big part of being emotionally smart. Also, being self-aware, like a Stoic, means knowing our place in the universe. It helps us see we're part of something big, making our own problems and wants seem smaller. This big picture view makes us emotionally stronger, which is really helpful in our busy, connected world. Using Stoic ideas to become more self-aware can boost our emotional smarts. It gives us a way to understand our feelings and then use that knowledge to live a better, more purposeful life. Basically, it's about controlling how we react and feel in different situations. It's a skill that requires not just momentary efforts, but a sustained practice of self-discipline and mindfulness. A practice deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy for Stoic self-management is not about suppressing emotions, but understanding and channeling them constructively. The Stoic approach involves acknowledging our initial emotional reactions to events and then choosing a rational and balanced response. This is based on the Stoic belief that while we cannot control external events, we can control our responses to them. Stoicism teaches that our suffering arises not from external events themselves, but from our perceptions of these events. By managing our perceptions, we manage our emotional responses. Epictetus often emphasized the importance of distinguishing between what is in our control and what is not. He suggested that mismanagement of our reactions comes from a misunderstanding of this distinction. Embracing this Stoic principle can greatly enhance our emotional intelligence by giving us the clarity to focus on our own actions and reactions, thereby reducing feelings of distress and helplessness, often caused by external circumstances. In practical terms, self-management involves daily practices such as reflection, meditation, and other forms of self-examination to develop a keen understanding of one's emotional triggers and patterns. This ongoing practice helps in cultivating virtues like patience, temperance, and courage, which are essential for effective self-management. For example, when faced with a stressful situation, a stoically trained individual might take a moment to reflect on the nature of the stressor, reassess their initial emotional response, and choose a course of action that aligns with their core values and long-term goals. Moreover, Stoic self-management isn't just about personal tranquility. It's about contributing to the harmony of the community by maintaining one's composure and rationality in social interactions. This aspect of Stoicism parallels the social competencies of emotional intelligence, where effective self-management enhances one's ability to navigate social complexities with grace and effectiveness. Integrating Stoic strategies into our self-management efforts offers a robust framework for developing resilience, ensuring that our responses to the world are thoughtful and consistent with our deeper values. This kind of emotional regulation not only improves personal well-being, but also strengthens our relationships with others by fostering a calm and considered approach to life's challenges. In Stoicism, motivation is not about pursuing pleasure or avoiding pain, which are common drivers in more hedonistic philosophies. Instead, Stoics are motivated by the pursuit of virtue, living in accordance with wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. This type of motivation aligns closely with the emotional intelligence trait of being driven by an inner vision and personal standards, rather than external circumstances or rewards. For Stoics, the highest motivation is the improvement of one's character and the practice of virtue in daily life. This is seen as the only true good, and everything else is considered indifferent, neither good nor bad in themselves, but only in how they are used. For example, wealth or health are not inherently good. They become good if used virtuously, and bad if they lead to immoral actions. This perspective encourages a form of motivation that is steadfast and not swayed by external fluctuation, leading to a life of consistency and integrity. This Stoic view on motivation fosters resilience as it anchors one's drive in something stable and controllable: personal virtue. Unlike external goals that can be blocked or taken away, internal virtues can be pursued under almost any circumstances. This aligns with the emotional intelligence competency of motivation, where individuals are propelled by internal commitments and the satisfaction of doing what they believe to be right. Moreover, Stoicism teaches that true motivation involves not only pursuing one's own virtue, but also working for the benefit of others. Marcus Aurelius, for instance, emphasized the idea of humans as inherently social beings meant to work together and help each other. This social aspect of Stoic motivation can enhance one's emotional intelligence by aligning personal goals with the needs and welfare of others, thereby enriching interpersonal relationships and community bonds. Integrating Stoic principles into our understanding of motivation provides a robust, ethically grounded framework that enhances emotional intelligence. It encourages us not only to pursue our goals with vigor, but to choose goals that contribute to our personal growth and the common good. This form of motivation is not just about achieving outcomes, but about becoming a better person in the process. Stoic empathy begins with the recognition that all humans share the same basic desires and aversions. We all seek happiness and fear suffering. This realization fosters a sense of kinship and understanding. Stoics practice looking beyond the surface of people's actions to understand the underlying motivations and emotions. This is akin to the emotional intelligence aspect of empathy, which involves perceiving and relating to the emotions of others. A key Stoic technique that enhances empathy is the practice of perspective taking. This involves imagining oneself in another's position, an exercise that Marcus Aurelius frequently advocated in his meditations. By contemplating the experiences, challenges, and feelings of others, Stoics develop a deeper appreciation for the struggles that everyone faces. This not only increases empathy, but also moderates our responses to others, encouraging a more compassionate and supportive interaction. Moreover, Stoicism teaches that we should respond to others with understanding and forgiveness rather than judgment. This is based on the belief that people generally do what they consider to be right, given their understanding and circumstances. If they act wrongly, it is out of ignorance and not inherent malice. Thus, Stoic empathy involves extending patience and compassion, recognizing that everyone is on their own path of learning and growth. Stoic philosophers like Seneca emphasize that true wisdom includes the ability to be empathetic. He argued that understanding the human condition and the imperfections that come with it allows us to better connect with others and offer help where it's needed. This approach to empathy not only strengthens interpersonal relationships, but also contributes to one's own moral and emotional development. In the Stoic framework, social skills aren't just about being charismatic or persuasive. They're deeply connected to virtues like justice and the practice of mutual respect. Stoicism teaches us that every interaction is an opportunity to practice these virtues, fostering not only personal growth, but also contributing positively to the lives of others. Stoics emphasize the importance of listening, a crucial social skill for Stoics. Listening is not merely about hearing words, but understanding the deeper sentiments and motivations of others. This aligns with emotional intelligence, where effective listening can lead to more empathetic and responsive interactions. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously said that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we might listen more and talk less. This principle encourages a focus on truly hearing others, an essential aspect of meaningful communication. Moreover, Stoicism promotes speaking with honesty and integrity. It teaches that one should speak only if it adds value. Words should be truthful, beneficial, and intended to build rather than destroy. This mirrors the emotional intelligence competency that values clear, constructive communication. In practical terms, this means expressing oneself clearly and considerately, ensuring that one's words contribute positively to a conversation. Conflict resolution is another critical social skill where Stoicism provides valuable guidance. Stoics advocate for approaching conflicts with calmness and rational thought, striving to resolve disputes with fairness and without letting emotions dictate actions. This approach helps maintain harmonious relationships and aligns with the emotionally intelligent practice of managing interpersonal dynamics. Skillfully, Stoics also recognize the importance of adaptability in social interactions, being sensitive to the context and adjusting one's behavior accordingly. This means being aware of different social and expectations and responding in a way that respects those differences. It's about finding the right balance between staying true to one's values while also being considerate of others' feelings and perspectives. By integrating Stoic principles into our social skills, we enhance our ability to engage with others in a meaningful and respectful manner. This not only improves our relationships, but also aligns our interactions with our broader goals of living virtuously and contributing to the common good. This Stoic-infused approach to social skills ensures that our interactions are not just effective, but also deeply ethical and enriching. Stoics view adversity as an essential part of life's curriculum, rather than something to be avoided. Challenges are opportunities to practice virtues such as courage, temperance, and wisdom. Seneca often discussed how adversity brings out virtues that comfort and prosperity. He argued that without challenges, our virtues like resilience would remain dormant, untested, and unproven. This Stoic attitude towards adversity is fundamentally optimistic. It reframes obstacles as beneficial, which aligns closely with the emotional intelligence aspect of resilience, where setbacks are seen as growth opportunities. Furthermore, Stoicism teaches the practice of premeditatio malorum, which means the premeditation of evils. This involves visualizing potential challenges and setbacks as a way of mentally preparing oneself for them. By contemplating difficulties before they arise, a Stoic trains their mind to handle them more calmly when they do occur. This method builds mental and emotional resilience, allowing one to maintain tranquility and purpose. Even in the face of unexpected difficulties, the Stoic emphasis on focusing on what one can control, a core aspect of their philosophy, also strengthens resilience. They believe that while we cannot control external events, we can always control our responses to them. This perspective is empowering. It shifts the locus of control, internally making an individual more resilient to external shocks. Emotional intelligence similarly values self-regulation, which involves managing one's emotions to adapt and thrive in varying circumstances. In practice, resilience in both Stoicism and emotional intelligence involves maintaining a balance between accepting and adapting to adversity while also striving to overcome it. It's not about suppression of feelings, but about understanding, managing, and channeling them constructively. Stoics maintain that it's not events themselves, but our judgments about these events. By changing our judgments and perceptions, we can change our emotional responses, thereby exhibiting greater resilience. Integrating Stoic principles into our understanding of resilience provides a powerful framework for enduring life's challenges. It teaches us that resilience is not merely about bouncing back from adversity, but also about growing through it, becoming wiser and stronger for the next challenge. This approach not only enhances personal development, but also equips us to contribute more effectively to our communities, embodying both emotional intelligence and Stoic virtue in every aspect of life. Stoics teach that change is not only unavoidable, but also a natural aspect of the universe. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously said that we should not seek to have events happen as we want, but rather want them to happen as they do happen. As they do happen, this mindset encourages a harmonious relationship with the nature of existence, where change is constant. By aligning our desires with reality, we reduce psychological resistance and distress, enhancing our ability to adapt smoothly to different circumstances. This principle is crucial in building emotional intelligence, particularly in managing one's expectations and responses in a fluid environment. Moreover, Stoicism emphasizes the importance of distinguishing between what is within our control and what is not. This perspective is vital for adaptability, as it directs our energy and focus toward our own actions and attitudes, which are within our control, rather than external events that we cannot influence. This teaches us to let go of futile resistance to change and instead adapt our strategies and efforts to align with new realities. This Stoic practice not only fosters resilience, but also empowers us to proactively engage with changing circumstances. With creativity and initiative. In practical terms, Stoics use techniques such as negative visualization, where they imagine and come to terms with the worst-case scenarios. This mental exercise reduces the shock and discomfort of sudden changes, as the mind is already somewhat acquainted with various possibilities. Such preparedness enhances emotional stability and readiness to act appropriately when actual changes occur. Stoic adaptability also involves maintaining a commitment to personal values and virtues in the face of change. Regardless of external circumstances, a Stoic strives to act with integrity, wisdom, and justice. This consistent adherence to core principles provides a stable foundation, enabling an individual to navigate the ups and downs of life with moral clarity and purpose for emotionally intelligent individuals. This translates into behaviors that are consistently aligned with ethical standards and personal goals, enhancing their ability to make sound decisions amidst change. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously encapsulated this idea when he said that freedom is achieved not by fulfilling desires, but by removing them in practical terms. This means distinguishing between externals such as fame, wealth, and even the behavior of others, which are beyond our control, and our own thoughts, intentions, and actions, which are within our control. By focusing our efforts on our own attitudes and responses, we cultivate a sense of agency and calmness, even in the face of life. Some predictabilities and challenges. This Stoic mindset helps to build emotional resilience, enhancing our ability to navigate complex social interactions and personal setbacks with grace and effectiveness. For instance, in a professional setting, while we cannot control the economy, market trends, or decisions made by others, we can control our response to these events, such as choosing to upskill, adapt our business strategies, or maintain ethical integrity under pressure. Moreover, the Stoic practice of focusing on what can be controlled encourages us to invest our energy wisely, instead of expending our mental and emotional resources on worrying about uncontrollable outcomes. We are encouraged to act where we can make a difference. This shifts our perspective from a passive state, where external events dictate our happiness and success, to an active state, where we take responsibility for our own well-being and contributions. Emotionally intelligent individuals leverage this focus to enhance their interpersonal relationships as well. They understand that while they cannot control other people's feelings or actions, they can control their reactions to others. Choosing empathy, patience, and clear communication instead of frustration or anger, this not only helps in maintaining healthier relationships, but also in fostering a positive social environment. Integrating this Stoic principle into our daily lives encourages a profound shift in how we perceive and interact with the world. It helps us to live more intentionally, aligning our actions with our values and making deliberate choices that reflect our true priorities. It's a powerful approach that enhances both personal effectiveness and emotional satisfaction, encouraging us to live with purpose and dignity, no matter what circumstances we face. Stoicism teaches the importance of responding to life's challenges with reason and clear judgment. Stoic thinkers like Marcus Aurelius believe that the best way to face any situation is by applying a rational and objective mindset, which helps in assessing situations as they truly are without the clouding effects of emotional bias. This aligns closely with the emotional intelligence aspect of decision-making, where one must navigate complex emotions and social dynamics effectively. In the Stoic tradition, pragmatic decision-making involves considering the potential consequences of one's actions. In a broader context, Stoics use the concept of sympathia, the interconnectedness of all things in the universe, to remind themselves of their responsibilities to others. This means that decisions are not made in a vacuum, but are seen as part of a larger network of actions and consequences affecting others. Emotionally intelligent individuals also recognize this interconnectedness and make decisions that consider both personal and wider social impacts. Moreover, Stoics are known for their emphasis on living according to nature, which in a decision-making context translates to actions aligned with one's true self and the reality of the external world. They advocate for decisions that support personal integrity and the common good, suggesting that the right choice is one that is both good for the individual and beneficial for others. This principle can help emotionally intelligent people in making decisions that are not only smart, but also ethical and supportive of their social environment in everyday practice. Pragmatic decision-making means prioritizing what truly matters, simplifying choices to what is essential, and avoiding unnecessary complications. It involves a disciplined approach to distinguish needs from wants and focusing on what will genuinely improve one's life and the lives of those around them for Stoics and emotionally intelligent individuals alike. This means making decisions that are thoughtful, considerate, and grounded in a well-rounded understanding of the situation at hand. This commitment isn't about seeking perfection, but about embracing the process of continuous self-improvement and learning, recognizing that each experience provides an opportunity for development. In Stoicism, personal growth is closely tied to the concept of living according to nature, meaning living in a way that reflects one's best self and adheres to rational principles. Stoics believe that the essence of personal growth lies in expanding one's understanding and application of the four cardinal virtues: wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. Each decision and action is viewed as an opportunity to practice these virtues, refine character, and therefore improve one's life. For Stoics, like Seneca, and Epictetus, personal growth also involves the rigorous examination and control of one's desires and fears. They teach that true progress is made when we can detach our well-being from external successes or failures and focus instead on our internal moral development. This Stoic approach aligns with the emotionally intelligent practice of self-reflection, regularly assessing one's emotions, motivations, and actions to better understand and manage them. The process of personal growth in Stoicism is deeply pragmatic. It involves setting realistic goals, reflecting on daily experiences, and continuously adjusting one's behavior to better align with virtuous principles. Stoics use techniques like journaling and meditation, not just as exercises in self-expression, but as tools for self-analysis and improvement. They encourage us to ask ourselves not just how we lived each day, but how we can live better. Emotionally intelligent individuals mirror this approach by seeking feedback from others to enhance their understanding of themselves and their impact on others. They remain open to new experiences and ideas as sources of learning and inspiration, recognizing that personal growth is a dynamic, lifelong process. Integrating Stoic principles into the pursuit of personal growth offers a robust framework